I'm curious. I'm hearing a lot of threads around how to sustain the team, how to set the team up for success in the future. What about setting up individual career success for developers? Obviously, that's a huge part of maintaining devs in your organization, enabling them to want to continue to succeed and grow. How are you helping team members measure their individual impacts and giving them opportunities for growth within your org?
So I think there's two ways to look at it, both quantitatively and qualitatively, kind of depending on the seniority or the role of a certain engineer. It could be individual velocity is really kind of what they're going for and making a really big impact that way. At the same time, individual velocity might decrease because they are more focused on code reviews and mentoring the more junior folks on the team. So I think it really depends on what the career goals are. It also, I think, is important to figure out kind of, or at least ask them what they want to be when they grow up and allow them the space to kind of figure that out and create opportunities for them to figure that out in kind of a safe environment. One example is if an engineer is thinking, maybe I want to manage some other engineers one day, let them manage someone on their team, or at least give them the opportunity on that team to kind of dabble in that and see if it's something they're actually interested in. It could take 2 weeks for them to come back and be like, yeah, that's a bad idea. This is terrible. So really being able to let them explore some of their passions, some of their interests in kind of a safer environment is something that we like to do.
Yeah, I'm very if you don't mind me asking more about that, that's a kind of a bold thing that, kind of novel of having, like, giving someone kind of a test run of actually managing someone. I would love to hear more about like successes and failures in doing that, or how you set that up. That's kind of creative. I've never thought of that before.
Yeah, so at Reprise and at my previous companies, we've partnered really well with Northeastern University and their co-op program. So we have some junior engineers coming on board. It's essentially 6 months where they are working full time for us and allowing kind of the more senior folks to not the daily management of them, but more from the technical side, just to see kind of what it's all about and how it goes. One example is we had one engineer that was interested in managing, and literally after one sprint, after 2 weeks, they came back and they were like, I wasn't able to actually code anything. I was in meetings, I was figuring out what the team was doing and all these things. And I'm like, that's kind of what management is. It's a lot
welcome
less
to our world.
a lot less hands-on keyboard and a lot more conversation. So just letting them kind of dabble in that before maybe jumping to a new company where that is their new position, kind of letting them figure out if that's something they're interested in. And
yeah, that's a great idea with the interns, because especially where the interns would, like for the ones I manage, most of their questions are around good answers that senior engineers would have anyway. They're like, just, it's not as much traditional people management questions as much as how do I become a good developer questions. And they're the perfect people to model that. That makes a lot of sense.